What's going on, everybody? This is BroncoJuggalo, and unfortunately we have a small change in plans. I got over here to Bill's house today, and he's just not feeling too well. So we're not going to be doing our next Friday the 13th video tonight. Unfortunately, due to our schedules, it's going to have to be put off till next Wednesday, so I will get that up. I apologize for the delay, guys. You know, things happen, and I'm sorry this happened. So anyways, guys, like I said, you know, shit happens. He's not feeling too well, so since I'm here anyways and I'm ready to do a video, I'm going to do this tag video that I decided to do. The tag is called The Comedy Tag, and its originator, its creator, is Channel Donstar, and I will be linking his channel down in the description box below. Nobody actually tagged me in this tag. My buddy Sean Urshan did this tag and he left it open. So I hope Channel Donstar doesn't mind. I'm going to do this tag because I really thought it was cool and I wanted to do it. So I didn't really have time to prepare a lot, but I have my answers written down here. And we're just going to go from there. Question number 1. What is the first movie that made you laugh your ass off? I sat today at work trying to figure this question out, and the one that sticks in my mind is a movie from the 1980s that my father absolutely loved, and we had a VHS copy of it. In fact, when him and my mother divorced, I took the copy, and it's a movie called Hot Dog the Movie, and it is an 80s ski film. I always thought it was funny that my dad let me watch this. My parents really didn't care that I watched certain things because I was, you know, a pretty mature kid. So this movie has tons of nudity in it. It's got a lot of laughs. It's absolutely hilarious. And I absolutely love that film to this day. I still love that movie. I've been looking for a copy of it on DVD and I haven't had a chance to get one yet, but I do want to get it on DVD. Question number 2. A movie that is supposed to be funny but you think sucks. I'm going to give you 3 of them. Anchorman, Talladega Nights, I think it's called, Step Brothers. Did you notice a trend there? Anybody notice a trend with those films? I'll get back to that in a later question. I can't stand those movies. Question number 3. Your favorite movie comedian and why? My favorite movie comedian is a guy who is the total package, in my opinion. He is a writer, a director, and an actor. In almost all the movies he's done, he's acted in, with the exception, I believe, of one. But it's considered the greatest comedy of all time, and it is one of my personal favorites. And I think it's absolutely hilarious, and that is Mel Brooks. The guy is the total package. He's, I believe, 92 years old. And I know he's not doing any more directing and things. He did still do, I believe, some producing for the last Broadway show they did. I'm hoping that he will at least write one more movie before he passes on. That would be awesome. If not, that's okay. He left us with a great legacy of movies. And thank you so much, Mel Brooks. I love you. You're awesome. Rest in peace, Gene Wilder. Question number 4. A comedy that you anticipated you would like, but turned out to be crap. Sausage Party. Animated movie released, I believe, last year sometime. I didn't go see it in theaters. I was really looking forward to it, though. It looked like a really good movie. The trailer looked funny as hell. I went to watch it on Netflix, and all it is them saying the F word as many times as they can, them basically saying fuck as many times as they can, as fast as they can. In the first 20 minutes of the film, I think they said fuck like 600 times. And it just wasn't funny to me. You know, cursing in movies, there's nothing wrong with that. I curse all the time. But if that's all your movie is see how many times you can curse and see if it's funny, I turned the movie off after 20 minutes. It was terrible. I absolutely hated it. Question number 5. The funniest scene in any funny movie. And I have so many funny movies that I want to talk about but I'm just going to pick one, and I'm going to go with a Mel Brooks film, and I am going to go with Young Frankenstein, and it is the scene where Dr. Victor von Frankenstein is in Transylvania. He's going to his great-grandfather's castle, and he's lifting his assistant out of the wagon. And Igor is over at the castle doors knocking with the big knockers. And he's got her right here in front of his face, and he goes, "What knockers?" And she's like, "Oh, thank you, doctor." It makes me laugh every single time. I just bust up laughing. He's like, "Okay." In fact, I'm going to put that scene right here. Hi guys, this is BroncoJuggalo. I am coming to you to let you know right here, I got a copyright claim and I had to take my video down. So I had to delete this part of the video and re-upload. So sorry I can't show you the clip. Question number 6. A comedian everybody loves that you hate. Here's where I revisit my earlier question. Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell is the most overappreciated, talentless hack on the planet. That guy is a moron. His movies are moronic. How is this man famous? Why do people like him? It just goes to show that today's comedies, 90% of today's comedies, are not near as good as they used to be, and most of it is stupid, gross out comedy. And I just don't dig that. There are some great comedic actors and writers out there still. Kevin Smith, great comedic actor and writer in my opinion. I hate Will Ferrell because that's all he is to me, is crap humor. Question number 7. What is a comedy film that you feel is underappreciated and everybody should see? I love Sean Urshan's answers. What's going on, Sean? I thought Sean Urshan's answer to this question was awesome. He named one of my favorite movies, Fanboys. I love that movie. It is so funny. It's so good. And if you're a Star Wars fan and you've not seen Fanboys, you are completely missing out. That's my opinion. I love that movie. I wish it had a much bigger audience. So anytime I can get Fanboys out there, I like to put it out there. But since Sean put that answer out, I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go with a Mel Brooks film for one answer, and then this is one I actually have 2 answers. I'm going to go with 2 answers here. Dracula, Dead and Loving It by Mel Brooks. Probably his most underrated film. It's probably one of my favorite vampire movies. It's definitely my favorite vampire comedy. And it is absolutely hilarious. I love that movie so much. Leslie Nielsen shows once again why he is the king of spoof comedy. And the other film is a film that people hate and I like and I love for some reason. And maybe it's just because of my nostalgia and my love of Looney Tunes. But Looney Tunes Back in Action. I love that movie and everybody seems to hate it. I think it was a really good film. Question number 8. Favorite TV comedy show? I hope you guys don't mind. I'm picking 3 answers. I hope you don't mind. But these 3 are near and dear to me. One is new or newer, a new age show, and the other 2 are classics. The first one is Hogan's Heroes. I love Hogan's Heroes. Best show of the 60s and one of the best comedies, in my opinion, on television ever. MASH. Probably the best comedic television show of all time, in my opinion. I absolutely love MASH. It's the greatest show ever. And it's still the most watched television show. That finale is the highest viewed television show of all time. Nothing has beaten that show in television ratings when it comes to syndicated television shows. And the new one is How I Met Your Mother. I love that show. It's hilarious. I die laughing almost every single episode. And I've watched this show probably 30 times over. All seasons. I watch it. As soon as I finish it, I start it back again. It's my go-to show when I just want to have something comfortable. But I absolutely love it. And I love, my favorite part is Neil Patrick Harris. He is awesome. Question number 9. What do you like better? Gross out comedies or slapstick comedies? Slapstick, hands down. Gross out comedies, if they're done well, I can get behind. If they're not done well, I just think they're garbage. And most of them are garbage. I'm sorry. They are. The lowbrow, gross out comedies that we have now are nowhere near as good as the classic comedies. And slapstick, maybe I love slapstick so much because slapstick to me is Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes was great slapstick comedy. And I love Looney Tunes. That's still some of the funniest shit in the world. Question number 10. Who is the best comedian of today? I don't know if this question meant just movie comedians or if it included stand-up comedians, but this person does act in movies, so I am going with who I think is probably the funniest person on the planet right now, Gabriel Iglesias. I love Gabriel Iglesias. He is absolutely awesome. So that is it, guys, for Donstar's comedy tag. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought this was an awesome tag idea. I loved it, and I wanted to do it. I'm going to tag in a couple people, hopefully pull them out of their element a little bit. And I want to tag in the Horror Metal Show. And I know it's going to be a few weeks before he gets a chance to do it, but I'm going to tag in Movie Massacre. So that's it, guys. Once again, I'm sorry that we didn't get the Friday the 13th tag up tonight. I will get to it as soon as Bill is feeling a little better. So this is BroncoJuggalo saying
good night.
Lived a man they called Big Bad Bill. I want to tell you, he sure was tough. He certainly did strut that stuff.